tuna packed in oil. You know, it's easy to store in your boat. You don't have to take a cooler. You throw a bunch of cans of tuna in your boat and you're good to go. But there are some things, and I'm gonna go over that too here in a little bit, that you can do to make it even better, you know, and have different variety. But just this plain canned tuna, if that's all you have, wrap that on your plugs and it'll work. It's a major part of what I do. Gotta have a can opener, or you can just use your knife and a pair of pliers and pry everything open because you forgot the can opener.
Do you prefer the oil base?
Absolutely, the oil. The tuna in oil. You can use the tuna packed in water, will work, but it seems like the oil-based tuna really puts off a lot more scent. So basically, if I was in my boat, I'd open that can of tuna and I'd just drain the oil off right over the side. A lot of guys will keep it, you know, add it in, you know, so they can add it in other stuff, but I'm not really concerned about that. It has so much oil in it that I'm just gonna get rid of it so that things are a little cleaner. But it'll be nice. I'm gonna make a mess of this table here. Normally when I'm fishing, I'm wearing gloves the whole time. I'm trying to keep everything clean for obviously the bait purposes and obviously my purposes. It's really nice at the end of the day just be able to take some gloves off and not have this crap on you. And there is a little bit of a difference on how I wrap these two different styles of plugs, so I'll go over that too. We'll start with the standard flatfish. You're gonna try to, the biggest thing here is you gotta get all this stuff right centered on the plug. You can't have it lopped off to the side, one side or the other. You won't be able to get the plug to run true. But so the first thing you do, and if you drain this off, it isn't so gooey, but. So basically you just dig into the can of tuna, get a chunk of it out, lay it on the belly of your plug, take your stretchy thread, and just start. First thing I like to do is I just slowly wrap it. I'm trying to center it. Just trying to get that plug centered up, or that wrap centered up on the plug. And then as it gets tight, you know, as I feel like it's not gonna move, then I crank it down. And I just wrap, I wrap the heck out of it. Basically, you're just lashing all that tuna, so you can see the oil just dripping off of it. I mean, that's all, it's awesome. Lash it all down, and then you flip your hook back over. And on these plugs, you go ahead and wrap a little bit in front of the belly hook as well. Kind of center that on there, and then you just repeat the same process. Up the plug. Try to make sure at this stage you can kind of push stuff around. And just kind of tighten everything down nice and tight. And just tie a couple half hitches, and that's good to go. So I'll go ahead and I can pass that around, guys, if you guys want to take a look at that. On this plug, it's got a little bit different shape, and most of these grooves are behind the eye. You know, these guys spend a lot of time in research and development on trying to get these plugs to run right. And what we found is that this plug is designed to have that wrap be from that belly hook back. So I won't wrap in front of the belly hook on these ones. So the same thing. It makes it a little bit more interesting because you can't make up for, especially with like sardine or something, it makes it a little bit harder to get on there because you're only got the back part. You can't use the belly hook as an anchor, but same thing. You just kind of slowly wrap it, try to get everything. And this takes some practice, but if you're wrapping 15, 20 plugs a day, you get pretty good at it pretty quick. Same thing here, you just wrap and just slowly get tighter. You want to get this pretty well lashed on there because that heavy current, it'll pull that tuna off if you don't have it on there real well. Get everything centered up. Give her a couple half hitches. Yeah, miracle thread. It's a lot, it's easy to get. The elastic stuff's nice because you can mess it, I'd even used really light monofilament, ran out of it and tied it on with whatever I could.